What up, YouTube? This JT. Subscribe. Man, I'm contemplating going to this Chavez Fonfara fight. I'm contemplating it. I mean, it's up in the air. It's right down the street here, but the thing is, I have to work. So, it's kind of iffy. But how do I see this fight going? This is no pushover by no means. I actually applaud Chavez for taking this fight. We just saw Fonfara take the lineal WBC light heavyweight champion to the limit. This is going to be the first time in who knows how long that Chavez is actually going to be the smaller guy in this fight. Fonfara has the height, he has the reach, he has the weight, he has the boxing ability. He's not a big puncher, but he actually has respectable power. Very, very respectable power. He has, I think, 15 knockouts with 23 or so, 25 fights or something like that. 25 wins. So this is a really respectable guy, a top 10 light heavyweight. This is not a tough task by Chavez. And, if you've been watching, I'm friends with Chavez on Instagram, and, I see him eating chili cheese fries and double-doubles and, multiple burgers and running. Just his road work, it looks extremely slow, and it just looks like a joke. Like it looks like he's training in his backyard. And, you got to love Chavez, though, because at the end of the day, he is a Mexican pimp. I mean, there's no other way to cut, slice, and dice it. So, I got Chavez winning this fight by robbery. I think Fonfara winning on by in all of our eyes, but he's not going to get a decision against the fucking Prince of Mexico in California, which is home of all the Mexicans. I mean, this is this is all built up for Chavez to win and get his first fight under Al Heyman and be a success against a notable opponent and get a huge payday. I mean, I'm hearing he's making over $10 million for this fight. I don't know how true that is. Apparently, the contract he signed with Heyman was $42 million or some crazy numbers like that. So, there's a lot riding on this fight, man. I got Chavez winning by robbery, man. It's going to be the same like the first Brian Beer fight. I mean, Chavez has talent, man. That's the thing, man. He really can put punches together, but he's just a lazy fuck, man. I mean, you watch him in the ring, man. It's like, rather than putting his hands up, he'll rather just get hit on the face flush and, and fire back. He got good combinations, man. Good left hook to the body, good big right hand. But the thing is, man, he's slow as molasses and he doesn't have the best defense. He's going to have to be on his A game in this fight, though. He can't take so many shots in the face by a bigger guy like Fonfara, man. It's dangerous, man. I see Chavez getting busted up pretty bad. Both these guys cut easy. I expect an action fight, man, going back and forth. This guy, Chavez, got an iron chin. I think Fonfara has an okay chin. He's been stopped before, and he was down twice against Stevenson. So I think this is going to be a great fight, man. But I got Chavez winning by robbery. Okay, now on to the Terrence Crawford and the Thomas Dulorme fight. I'm real big on Dulorme, man. I think he's one of the more underrated light welterweights. He was very, very praised and hyped up by HBO when he was at welterweight as the next big thing coming out of Puerto Rico. He actually headlined a show, Boxing After Dark. I mean, so they had a lot of money invested into this guy, man. So he's on the comeback trail after his loss to, Bregu, his knockout loss. So, Terrence Crawford is going to be his first fight at 140. I mean, if you guys saw the 2-a-days Terrence Crawford and how tough it is for him to make weight, man, it's a tough task, man. I mean, a lot of people talk about, a lot of you YouTube people, and talk about how the fight should be fought at this weight and that weight, but they don't clearly understand how tough it is to make weight. I mean, you can see it there on 2-a-days Terrence Crawford. I advise everyone to go watch that. So, I think this is going to be a very, very competitive fight. I mean, the odds are something, to me, the odds are extremely wide. Extremely wide. I think Terrence Crawford is a plus 700. I don't know, man. I just don't agree with that, man. I don't see Crawford as a 7-1 favorite in this fight. As first fight at 140, I mean, I know Dulorme just fought Hank Lundy, and he basically faded after 6 rounds in that fight, or 5 rounds, actually, because it was a 10-rounder. But, yeah, I think this fight is a very, very difficult fight for Crawford to win, fighting a guy who's naturally a welterweight, but he's able to shrink down to 140, and he's extremely strong. He's extremely big and strong junior welterweight, and I think this is a very dangerous fight for Crawford, man. I'm gonna just stick to my guns and say Crawford wins, but possibly another robbery, man, because this is gonna, or a win by split decision, man. I think this is gonna be a close fight. I'm not sure if this is for the vacant I believe it's for the vacant WBO junior welterweight championship, if I'm not mistaken. Someone correct me on that. But yeah, man, I think it's gonna be a close fight. I got Crawford winning a split decision against Dulorme, man, or possible draw. I don't see this as an easy fight at all. I also see it as a tough fight for Dulorme to win as well. So I think it'll be a chess match for the most part. I don't see it being that action-packed, but you never know. Dulorme doesn't have the best chin. Crawford has shown that he has an iron chin, but we shall see. I personally think Crawford's a little overrated for me. I mean, I'm just not. I think he's good, but I think people are putting him on a very, very high pedestal. Very high pedestal at this point in his career. He has a great upside, but I don't know, man. I think guys like Adrian Broner, man, would be a very, very tough fight for Crawford. I don't know if he could beat guys like Matisse and Broner at 140. I have to see how he looks, man. But anyway, it's your boy JT. Subscribe. Yeah, man, I might go to this fight or not, but we'll see, man. It's your boy JT. I'm out.